Hello, beautifuls of the feed. It's me, Benji. Welcome back to today's video. I'm going to be doing a general reading for you. If you do resonate, please leave a like, subscribe if brand new, and leave a comment if you feel like it. I'm going to start with the daily affirmations. So we'll just do that, and then we'll get into some tarot cards and see what our general reading is for today. Alrighty, we have some daily affirmations. And what are they? When I lead from a place of love, people respect me. I can expand time when I am inspired. I celebrate all the greatness in my life. There's no such thing as a mistake. Everything happens in divine order. I am being guided to learn and grow. And last but not least, we have the difficult relationships in my life are the perfect mirror for me to look more closely at my own behavior. So there are daily affirmations today. If you do get anything from that, that's amazing. I am going to move on to the Prophet Tarot deck now, and let's just get a general reading going. So let's see what the general energy is today. The Chariot. Okay, so we've got some very direct control, very dual, very strong energy moving forward direction. Straight ahead. It's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like there's a lot of clarity going on at the moment. Our next card is the Queen of Swords, and this one here is really just giving me that kind of direct energy also. It's very much knowing the way forward, being very direct about it. Very direct today. Direction and control. I feel like that's today's reading. We have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Four of Cups, and we also have the Knight of Wands. So this one's really giving me a sense of someone has like slowly been coming in or being very strategic about coming in. I feel like they want to come in and be very romantic. It's very, very interesting, this kind of romance that's coming in. It's very direct, controlled. This offer, you're not really sure about it. I feel like with the Four of Cups, that's kind of what I'm getting from that. And I feel like this is going to be somebody that you already know. So someone that you're being in disconnect with. The Nine of Wands is really giving me the sense of thinking about what has happened and kind of being a little bit like, I'm not really sure what I should do. The Lovers. Yes. I kind of figured that this card was going to come out. So with the Lovers here, it's really interesting indeed. This is just the sense of like, this is a lover. This is someone that has been in a unity with you, a connection. And I feel like it's been in disconnect. And I feel like there is some very direct energy. There's obviously the Chariot. It's like you're in this energy that's very much like, you know what you want, you know what you desire, and you know what you deserve. And the Queen of Swords here is really just giving me that sense of like you've communicated this in the recent past. And I feel like this person is going to come in with a lot of romance and an offer. It's just very interesting here. Like, you know, this person obviously loves you as such from this card that's come out. We have the Ace of Wands, which is giving me a newfound connection, like a newfound strength, and newfound like bond within this connection. And I feel like this is really interesting because this one here is giving public recognition, you know, just a source of like almost like being treated differently in public. It's really just kind of giving me a sense of being happy and it's going to be seen, you know, like this recognition of like your energy is going to be reciprocated when you're in public. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. It's very interesting, and I feel like there's a lot of people that back you, if that makes any sense. And I feel like this is where the recognition will come from. It's like a lot of people backing someone and recognizing something within that person. So it's very interesting, very out of left field. I don't even know if that's actually the saying, but like we have the judgment card. So judgment here is really giving a sense of the journey is at play. The universe is really testing you. I feel like there is something here. There is something here that I need to clarify. I really feel like there is a test going on, and I want to clarify something in a sec. Let's get a couple more cards, and then I'll clarify what I was thinking just then. Maybe I don't need to clarify. So random. The Fool. The Fool has come out. So this one is giving me that instant, like, newfound energy. I feel like this is kind of the energy that you come into, but then the Three of Swords comes up here, and it's really giving me a sense of pain and something that is not being seen, but it's very interesting because I feel like this is the pain that may have happened before. It's definitely one of those things that is not going to be seen in the moment. And I think the Judgment card here really is like coming out to be like this is a test of your journey and yourself and your self-respect and self-worth. And I really think that that's what I'm getting from this. We have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is really giving me that energy. The King of Wands. Yeah, it's very getting a very dual energy. So it's really interesting. It's like the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands here is really just giving me a lot of like thought and just passion. And I feel like there is this sense of divine unity in this. It's very interesting. I feel like there is some sort of there's some sort of magic going on in the situation, and I feel like these cards are really just prominent to me. And also it's giving me that like cloudiness. It's giving cloudy, it's giving infinite, it's giving kind of like this feeling of something that's unseen, but you know it's there. I'm getting a lot of compassion and empathy, but also a lot of like the opposite, like very dual, like both sides. So those cards are very interesting today to me. Getting some really, really strange feelings from those. So I think it's very interesting. I feel like it's like mysterious. I'm getting that like mysterious vibe, you know, like it's very proper. It's very interesting energy that I can't describe. The next cards after those two are the Two of Cups, and then the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. This one is really giving me a sense of obviously this here has got something to do with twin flame connection. So the person coming back in is probably a disconnect, someone that's in disconnect with their twin flame. And the Three of Wands is really giving me like looking ahead, trying to figure out like what is really going to happen, or having thoughts of a direction of like, you know, where you want to go. The Nine of Cups is giving me a sense of sitting in your in your abundance and in your like luxury, and just kind of being very comfortable and being very content. That's the word. So I feel like there's a contentment, and I feel like this reading is very interesting because I do get the pain here. Obviously the pain is here. I just feel like because of the Judgment card and stuff, I feel like there is something going on here where when it comes to your career and your relationship, and I feel like this relationship, or this love of the relationship, can really affect your like public outlook. I really don't know the words today. It's like a public kind of view, you know, like people perceive you differently when you're in a different energy. And I feel like being in this relationship really makes it like this with the Three of Swords. Okay, I'm going to move on to some other cards and just clarify the Three of Swords there, because I really want to just see what's going to come out. Three of Swords and Judgment, please, and the Six of Wands, because I feel like they have got something to do with each other, like this public recognition and like being blind to something. See, the King of Wands has just come out again. Very interesting. Temperance. He's telling me to be patient. Just wait and see. Approach it with compassion and empathy. The Five of Cups is really giving me being kind of like stuck in between something and not really knowing what to do. You don't know if this old thing is really something that you want to get rid of. Interesting. Could be where the pain's coming from. The Queen of Swords came out again, so the World. Public reward again. All these cards. Wow. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands again. Death. And then the last two cards are the Four of Wands, 1111, and the Five of Wands. The story I'm getting here is that this person really hurt you. I feel they really hurt you, and it's affected the way you come across in public or something. Because this public recognition is there, and it's like it's affected it in a way that I think people recognize it. People notice it. Maybe people have noticed the change. It's very interesting. I feel like there is a lot of direct energy at the moment. You definitely have told this person how you feel. With the Queen of Swords, like that's definite. I feel like with the Three of Swords, because I was a little bit unclear on that one, that it was going to be like a cycle or something. It just seems to me that there is a lot of hurt going on. There's a lot of hurt going on, and it's very interesting. This person that is coming in, they really are giving the sense of like being in between something, like, you know, and I feel like maybe this is it. They really don't know what to do. There's been arguments with the Five of Wands, you know, like it just gives me the Four of Wands. It just gives me a sense of connection that has been there, and it's definitely like a soul connection. This is the most interesting reading. The World card here is really just giving me that you like have the world in your hands, and I feel like it's got a lot to do with that public recognition thing. The situation seems like it holds you back from really obtaining whatever it is that you're going for in the public eye, if that's the case, and that's 100% what I'm getting from this. So for that, my apologies for being a bit muddled, but like there's some of these cards are like really just putting a big foggy cloud in my brain. I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to move on to the hidden light messages now, and we'll do a couple of those and let's see what comes out. Visualize. Visualize. Soul writing. And we have there is only light. I really feel like this person and you are in a lot of pain. It's very interesting, the feeling I'm getting today from this reading. I need a couple more of these cards. I really feel like this is like a divine connection that just went wrong. Inward revolution. Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like that's where it went wrong, you know? Like, that's really given me a lot of insight. Number 42, Inward Revolution. This card here is really giving me a sense of like you have been working so much on DNA healing and working on an inward revolution, you know, like breaking the cycle, breaking chains. And I feel like this manifestation card has really come out because this is kind of the process of what's been going on, is shifting away from those darker things into the light. And it really just gives me like there is only light, you know, now. I really think there's only light. And what I'm getting from this is that this reading is very much a sense of someone moving away from someone that has been causing them a lot of pain. And they're in the middle. They're in the middle of transitioning to a new life. I really feel like this is really giving me the sense of visualize the future and manifest the thing, because you probably already manifested it. And remember that there's only right. And soul writing is really just giving me a sense of like go get a diary or something and just start writing from your soul and do it for yourself or something. That's what I get from soul writing. It's really just giving me a sense of like it's a really good way to heal, is doing some form of writing from your soul. So it could be art, it could be just any expressional kind of thing that is creative. And I really do believe that. I'm going to get one more card. Soul Tree. The Soul Tree. Okay. Well, the Soul Tree is really giving me like the tree of life and being like one with everything and understanding that, and also grasping that concept and like feeling it. You know, like I feel like this is really giving me a sense of that whole concept of living in 5D. I feel like you're really obtaining that lifestyle and you're really getting to that ascension point, which is really beautiful. And I feel like this is why this disconnect's happening. So that's why I was like trying to say before, is that I feel like this is happening, or this is like the universe's judgment in a way, because it's really your path to be a person of the light, you know. And I feel like anyone that isn't, or anyone that struggles with those things, they're going to not align with you at certain points and they're just going to drift away. And I really feel like that's kind of what's happening here. And this seems like it was someone that was very much a soul connection. It's very interesting. I feel like this person was meant to be there, and I feel like they were meant to be there to a certain point. So it's very interesting. I don't even know what to call that. Is it a comic or not? I guess comics are I meant to like be there to like help you learn lessons and stuff. So I would imagine this person is a comic, but like it's weird. They love you so deeply and so much, and it's like they can't lose you. And I feel like you're at a point where you understand that you have to lose them, and it's extremely hard. And that's what keeps you in like that middle place, the Five of Cups. Okay, so now we've done with that, I would like to move on to some other cards here. And I would just like to get some cards out here for your hidden heart secrets about the situation. Like, how are you feeling on this matter? And are there any desires or anything that we can move forward with, or just some clarity on the situation for the person watching. And like bring those things to light so that maybe it can be more clear and have an effect to be able to help. Yeah. So we have peace, which is balance, harmony, and friendship. This is what you want. You so deeply want this. We have possibilities. We have free spirited, adventure, and risks. You're so ready. I feel like you're so ready. But this next card here is really giving me the sense of long journey. Like because it is the long journey card. It's exhaustion. It's depletion. It's feeling drained. It's time to rest. It's time to really just put yourself first and do the self care. We have healing. Yeah. So this is definitely the card that I was thinking of: releasing, purifying, and cleansing. So it's really a time for those things for you. As much as I feel like it's obvious, I feel like maybe seeing it here might make it a bit easier to recognize. We have memories, reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. Like obviously there are going to be good memories, and reminiscing is always one of those things. Dwelling on those things is always something that happens when you separate from someone that you've been connected to for a long time, and sometimes it can be quite bittersweet. Here we go. This is what I was looking for before. So this card here is really giving a sense of karmic lessons and repeated patterns, past life. So this seems like it was a soul contract and some sense of karmic lessons with this person, and I feel like those things have been, finished. They've basically been completed. You've learned your lesson, and you really have, and I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. Currently, you're feeling a little bit hopeless, sinking, despair, and falling apart. And so I feel like this is definitely understandable in a spiritual journey. It can feel way worse before it gets better. But I promise you that it gets better. I promise. We have mistakes, misunderstood victim, and lost soul. So this one is really giving me a sense that you feel like very guilty about the choices you've made through your life. And maybe it's just they're just mistakes. And I feel like you're perceived by other people as misunderstood, you know, like people look at you like you're some sort of victim or something like that when you talk about your past issues or when you try to express yourself, but you're really not. You're very strong, you're very capable. I just think that you're very like you're a lost soul, misunderstood. And I feel like that's kind of what I'm getting. There's a lot of that going on at the moment, like almost doubting if you deserve it or not, which I think you can drop that feeling and just know that you do deserve it. I know it's not easy to just do that, but you do. We have distance and that separation, space and blockage. So this is obviously something that you're going to feel from everything, maybe, or like I feel like this is just going to feel like you're going to feel alone. Just like even in in the middle of a city, say you're like there's thousands of people around and you're still going to feel alone. I feel like that's kind of the sensation that comes from uh, really developing into that person or even stepping foot into the next part of your journey. It can feel very, very, very empty. I really find that this is something that I've been through, and I've been through it a few times in my life. I made many bad mistakes and been, flipped around and been put on the right path many times. So I feel like this is just kind of like a tower moment, but it's like more than a tower moment. This is like a life changing choice. This isn't like the universe throwing something at you. I really feel like that's what I'm getting from this. Is it's not the universe throwing anything at you right now. It's really just you making a choice, and you're doing it because you're courageous, you're strong, and you're brave, and you're so willing to just put a smile on your face and be in a new place of light. We have soulmates, so I feel like this is what you're searching for. You're searching for a soulmate, deep love, unity, and connection. And with this, I really think you're going to find that through this portal, whatever you want to call it, this step forward is really going to bring you one step closer to finding your soulmate. We have bitterness and fantasy, the last two cards. So I feel like resentment, anger, and hurtful words come out when really that is giving me the sense of like what was said before from people in the past. I find that this bitterness thing is really coming out because it's something that is held on to. When people say things, they say people, words don't hurt you or whatever, but they really do. I know that's like an old saying, but they really do. And we all know that. At this point, we all know that. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff being held on to through your life or even through this relationship that has created a little bit of resentment and anger towards, maybe love or those kind of things. I feel like it's not like the worst thing in the world, but I feel like to get away from that a little bit would be good. Because here we have fantasy, and I feel like this could be a way to escape from those feelings, maybe not escape them or heal them a little bit, rejuvenate them. We have daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. So this is going to bring up that diary again. I have a diary, and I write in my diary, and I write down my dreams, or like I write down like what I liked about the day, or just anything. I feel like that's what I call soul writing. So I feel like imagining, daydreaming, and fantasizing is a really good way of like doing that too. Is like even painting, painting a picture. So yeah, I think that's our reading for today. I am going to do the fairies here at the end because they seem to be very beautiful in autumn. It's not autumn, but it's autumn in the Northern Hemisphere. I don't know why I said that. It is spring. I feel like they're very beautiful in spring and autumn. Flood of Fairies. How you doing today? So what is happening today? We have Lost and Found. What was once lost is about to be found thanks to the Lost and Found fairy. Sometimes she can help find things that we never even realized were lost. We have Inner Child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to take time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Flourish. The Lotus Flower Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. This one's so clear to this reading. I feel like learn from experience is very much in this karmic relationship. Learn from her experience. I feel like there's nothing else you can really say for that. I feel it's very clear. Transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Fairies always bring me happiness, and as much as sometimes I feel the energy of the reading, I'm like, this is so sad. The fairies always pull through and bring us some light, and I feel like there is always light. There is only light. Hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret memory in the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. We have two more. Wait for winter. During the coldest months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. I think maybe I said before about the autumn for the northern hemisphere, because maybe this is for northern hemisphere collective. Light. Oh yeah, last one's light. That's so cool. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. And with that, beautifuls, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did resonate, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new, and leave a comment if you feel like it. And I'll see you in another one. Thanks so much for being here. All right, bye-bye.